What is going on, everybody? Today we're going to take a final review, final look at the Guardian Tactical ELITE. This thing is an absolute beast. And let me tell you, I actually really do love this knife. I did absolutely forget to do a full review of it. I didn't even realize I've had this thing for a year now. Yeah, I kind of lose track of things around here. There's a lot going on. But this thing is an absolute beast. You can totally see why Protective Services wanted this knife. So let's get a close-up of it so you guys can really see. Okay, if you didn't know, like I said, this thing is a beast. This thing's big. Let's bring in the Recon 035. As you can see, quite the big difference there between the two knives. Very much so. I love it. It's great. So let's just do a quick tape measure here. Let's see what we're looking at. Yeah, 9.5 inches overall compared to what, 7 3/4 of the 035. We are looking at a pretty much a 4-inch blade length of the blade and a just a little under 5 3/4 of an inch on the handle. Very, very nice. Now let's give you the height. Yeah, the blade is almost an inch high. So, yeah, that thing's a big boy. Handle, yep, is over an inch, about 1.25 inches overall. Thickness, 1/2 inch. So, big knife. Let me tell you though, even though it's bigger, that action is strictly Guardian Tactical. That bearing that's in there, yeah, that it is unbelievable just how smooth this thing is, and it is hitting hard. Let me tell you, this thing fits great in the hand. If you've got a big hand, I have a thin, medium-sized hand. If you've got a big hand, this thing here is going to be a struggle. I'm not a struggle in action. It's just like if you've got a big hand. Some guys have big hands, big meat hooks, as they say. And, you know, this might not feel quite as comfortable. And if you feel that this isn't quite as comfortable, this is the beast right here for you. If you've got big hands, this is the knife for you. This thing, you will be able to do whatever you want to do. This blade is an absolute beast. Now, I haven't beat the heck out of it, actually. Matter of fact, I've just, you know, basic EDC. As you can see, it's still clean. I actually did clean this. Not all knives I do clean, but when it comes to the OTFs, I do try to keep them pretty clean. You know, because that prevents that dirt and grime from ending up inside here and then you having to take them apart. And that's an absolute train wreck sometimes, Joe. So good. That's always a good note to try to keep your blades on your OTFs clean, because they are definitely a challenge to take apart yourself. So if you've never done it, but this thing is a beast. I mean, it's so smooth. The action is just, it's hard hitting. And it's just a great, nice, big knife. Now, this is not, you got to be careful, because this thing is not going to be legal everywhere. So make sure you know what your laws are in your local city, state, and just city and state. Well, and depending on what country you're in. I mean, if you're, that's just America. I mean, we have to be careful about, you know, your city and state here, and as far as whether or not they're legal. And some countries, it may not be legal at all. So neither one of them might be legal at all. So definitely make sure you check out your laws. Like I said, these things getting shipped around can be a bear. So more than likely, if they're willing to ship to your house, you're probably at least legal to have it. Maybe not legal to carry. So, but let me tell you, this thing is just a beautiful, beautiful knife. It feels great in the hand. Like I said, you won't be disappointed. They are hard to get. They do come and go. So you do have to keep your eyes open. But overall, man, let me tell you, this thing is just a beast. And I do love the 035 too. But when I get a hold of this thing, it's just like, oh, just feels so comfortable in the hand. I like a big knife, so that's why this one feels a lot more at home than this one. But let me tell you, this thing here, even the 035, so great to carry. I mean, it weighs nothing. Let's get some weights here. What are we talking about here? So let's start off with the 035. Looking at 3.5 or so ounces. Yeah, so almost 6 ounces. Let me tell you, it's worth it. Still going to carry pretty good in your pocket overall. As you can see, that's going to be what's sticking out of your pocket right here. It's not too aggressive, not too bad. There's no sharp edges or anything there to catch on anything, so going in and out of the pocket is going to be pretty good. Pocket clips are decent. They're not the they're not the greatest in the world, but they do a good job with their pocket clips. It does have a kind of a double little kind of retention to the pocket clips, so that's kind of nice. They are definitely sturdy and aggressive enough. Depending on your pocket size, again, this one's going to be a little bit of a challenge of whether or not you maybe even get that far. So if you don't have a deep pocket, you might be looking at a challenge, because you're looking at, before you hit the end of the pocket clip, is basically 5 inches, because it's 5.5 inches overall. So you're looking at, once you got to be 5 inches in your pocket. So it's a pretty good deepness to it. But overall, very cool knife. I definitely see why they, like I said, the protective services wanted this as a standard issue. But it's a great knife. I mean, there's no question that it's going to stand up. Elmax steel, very nice. Like I said, there you go. That is the Guardian Tactical Elite. And that's the 035. Have a great day, guys. We will catch you next time.